Good morning, everyone. All right. Yesterday we did a crazy track to see and to push the puppy to see what we can get out. Maybe she will do it, maybe not. What will be working, what didn't work. And the amazing part is I sent to 5 people texts in the video and I asked, what do you think we should do and what do you think worked for the dog and what didn't work. And you know what? It's amazing. Even one guy who is not at all in the working dog saw it, but he's good. He's an ADD just like me. So he saw it and he picked it up right away, and it's good for him. The first thing, when I start to increase the steps and the food, was wrong, too early. That was only second track. I have to go back to do every step. That's one problem. Number two was to make it shorter. I just, for no reason, I did it longer. But the reason was I wanted to hear from you guys. What do you think about all that? Because that's the only way to get an idea from one to another. Number three, the ball did not work. The ball was dead. The ball you have to pull out from your back or from your pocket and then throw it up, and then it's working. The ball just by himself laying down there was not working at all. The food worked. Okay? So I got some from some people saying, well, use bigger chunk of meat. That's horrible. That's waste of food and waste of nothing, because then you concentrate of dinner and not about tracking. So wrong about that. The other thing is to make a straighter steps. Straighter steps is not good because you have to be like a normal walk and you have to open your legs like a normal walk. So you have to do it one in the right, one in the left. The minute somebody said to me, let's do it straight or narrow, he doesn't know much about tracking, and that's why we're here trying to get all this information together so other people will understand how to do it, because there is nobody really put the time to explain how to go by and how to start a dog and how to continue with the dog. You're seeing Emmy who track, it's great, but how to get to that level, it takes time. So there's no way to make it narrow. There's no way to make it bigger chunks. Make it shorter. And you need to feel the dog if it's too long for him, too short for him. What we need to do, it's up to you. And when I tell you, when I'm on the track with the female, I cannot see the problem. I have to watch the video 3-4 times, just like you, to see the problem. So when I see the problem, I see it through the video, the same as you. I cannot see at that moment because I'm down on the ground watching and showing her. By the way, the finger to show, it's excellent. You must use that. You have to be next to the dog at all time to be sure if you pick up the head, if she does something, you can show her. You need to help her. This is second track only. Today will be the third, and we're gonna see what happened. We're gonna do all the changes, and we'll see if we were right or we all wrong. So let's remember all that stuff. The finger and to be close to the dog, that's excellent. That's you need to show. Now, some people said make a bigger pad, put the food all around the pad. It doesn't matter. You put the food on the pad all around, but it doesn't have to be all the corner, because if she will take more scent or she will not take scent. That's, I don't believe in it, because in any competition and every tracking I always put in the corner just the way it is, and when the dog comes in, you take one sniff, boom, and goes for it. And so eventually when they know there's no food, they just go for it. They will not go and sniff and sniff and sniff and then go. That's what my experience, again, for me. So for puppies we put that, for training we put it all around. To go a few steps forward, come back and forward a few times to lay on top of the track. I don't see reason for it, because the dog doesn't really track at this moment. Right now he's just going from one foot to another and he's looking for it, and he finds out like, if I keep that direction, I'll find more food. That's about it. So again, a lot of different ways to do it. we're trying to figure out between the five of us what's the best way to do it. Right? So I'm gonna lay a track again, put more food, and then later we're gonna see how if we were all right or whatever. No big deal. We can always change it tomorrow. All right, let's start it again. Again, have a good kosher hot dogs, very small pieces. Now we're gonna start with the steps straight to that tree. Now some people say to put it on the hill. I don't know if it's really necessary. It's more about all about the dog. The scent is very strong. You can hear her barking already there, and by the time I'm gonna take her, she will be. Another mistake. I brought Amy here and play with the ball. She saw it, and that's my mistake. I shouldn't let her see that. And now I'm gonna put a good amount of hot dogs. It's more than enough. Okay. Again, it goes straight. Man, I cannot even walk straight. You can see that a little bit, but at least we went back to normal, and what works before was the food, not the ball. The other thing too is, why not big pieces? Let her look for it, let her smell it, let her sniff it, and that's the way it works better. No need to put a piece of cow there on the track. Again, this is what I like about it, is all of us involved, and sometimes you can say something I didn't even think about. So it's always good to be, and if you have questions why we do this and why we do that, ask me. And and that's the only way to figure out what we're doing right, what we don't do right, and we'll get better on it. I'm gonna let it sit for 15 minutes. I even a brand new track, I'm gonna leave for 15 minutes. I let the meat get, it's gonna smell a little bit better. Man, it will smell for sure. And I'll give more things to be doing, so we'll see in a minute. I'm gonna go bring it over. Okay, Nikita. So the truck is around 15 minutes. Again, before I go to a track, I always put the dog on a down after even I check with the judge, just for one reason. You sit, you make them down, they confine themselves, they get ready, and then you pick them up, and then start the track. It's the best thing for them to understand it's something coming up. Not just to go to the judge and from the judge straight to the track. I think that's very wrong. Easy. No. Easy. So what I'm trying to do, she doesn't know down, she doesn't know sit. So what I'm gonna do is just holding her, let her sit. But the problem is she saw us playing with the ball and she wants to go over there because she thinks, so we'll find out how it will be. Okay. And she's done. Okay. All done. did. And that's it. What it is was, again, we did very good. We went back to the basic, every other step. Her concentration was amazing, perfect. You could hear a sniff the whole way. The food in the end was perfect. And if you saw, she left a lot of food in the end because it was too much food. So what we have to do is cut down on the food. You can see here, she's left food. She left food everywhere. Here, it was like she wanted to get to the end, and that's what we want. We want them to get to the end. Here is another piece of food. Nikita. See, you can see here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Shh. Have another bowl. Hey, Nikita. But overall, I was very happy how it's happened. Tomorrow and the next day, it will be the same thing, and she will slow her down and she will start to get his more food. Everywhere you're gonna see, she left food. That means I left like 4 to 5 pieces, and that was not good. It was too much. We should not do so much. We have to put 2 small pieces. That's more than